All right, what's going on, you guys? Cooper with Man a Few Words. It's just me in the studio today. Uh, I mean, we got a lot to cover, guys. Bunch of blockbuster trades. Starting off with some of them that you already know. Uh, Happened, I believe, a couple days ago. We all know Kyrie Irving, former Brooklyn Nets player, was traded to the Dallas Mavericks on Monday. Uh, Nets received Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, future draft picks in the deal. So, I mean, honestly, it was a big move. I mean, a couple role players in Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith. I think, honestly, I think Mavs won this trade for sure. But I think the Nets have a decent future. I'll talk about another trade that definitely affects what they're gonna do this year. But yeah, well, I'll get into that after I cover most of these. I'll circle back and talk about each one of these teams. But yeah, second we got Josh Hart, which it's not a huge trade, but I just thought it was noteworthy because there's been a bunch of trades before the deadline, and as you know, we gotta cover this stuff fast, or it goes away pretty quickly. So Portland Trailblazers trade Josh Hart to the New York Knicks. So what they got in return was Cam Reddish and a protected 2023 first round pick to Portland. So, and I mean, that's that's pretty protected. So, lottery protected pick turns into four future second round picks if not conveyed this year. So, next up we got D'Angelo Russell in a massive three-way trade. Some notable players in that. Russell, obviously, Russell Westbrook, and then Jared Vanderbilt. So it was a three-team, eight-player trade. Lakers got Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, and the Timberwolves received Mike Conley, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and then a couple picks. And then what surprised me the most was Westbrook to the Jazz, and then also Juan Toscano Anderson, which I think is a great addition. Damian Jones and a 2027 Lakers first round pick. So that is another pick that the Lakers are trading away. Where's their future? So that's top four protected. Um, Lakers pick to the Jazz was not conveyed in 2027. So if it falls in the top four, it'll convert to second round pick. So we'll get into that trade. That's a big trade for me to break down right now. But give me a couple minutes and I'll get right back to that. So obviously, what we've all been kind of praised about is I was really surprised Kevin Durant was going to be traded at all right before the deadline. I know Kyrie got traded like Wednesday night, which was, or it might have been Monday, but where it was in the talks. But yeah, it was crazy. And then KD, no, KD, yeah, KD was traded like Wednesday night. That's what I'm thinking of. After 3+ years with the Nets, I mean, didn't really get much going with that super team. James Harden, Kyrie. And I mean, I guess I know he was looking for a trade last year, so obviously he got what he wanted, and he's getting out of Brooklyn. I'm I'm wondering really because Kyrie said in a press conference, or he said something. He's just glad KD got out of Brooklyn, and I'm wondering why that situation is so bad there. Like what what would make them, which they're amazing players. I don't like, why would they not want to play for that organization? That's what I'm thinking. So that's one thing I just was kind of curious about, whether it's management or coaching. I know Steve Nash kind of got fired as head coach last year. Uh, and then so let's get back into this KD trade. So what was he traded for? Like it's got to be a big deal, right? So Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder. We'll get into Jay Crowder a little bit later today or tonight. And then four unprotected future first round picks. So a lot, a lot for Katie. I knew they were gonna have to trade a lot, but that's 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 a lot, dude. And obviously they're gonna have CP, KD, and then Devin Booker and you know uh Aiton. So I mean that's a starting four for sure. Katie's obviously gonna be, I'm pretty sure, still hurt, so probably won't play till after All Star weekend. So keep that in mind. And then I mean, obviously, bro. All right, I'm gonna break down that trade in a little bit. But yeah. All right, Jay Crowder, dude. He just got traded, right, to the Nets. And the Nets were in talks with the Bucks. So they traded Jay Crowder to the Bucks. So what did they trade him for? All right, I'll have to look into that, see what they traded him for. But I mean, Jay Crowder, he's not a bad dude. He's a solid role player, and he can get those much needed buckets. So I don't see what the problem was with that. I think the Nets could have used that, honestly. Matisse Thybulle, like moving on, we will see Matisse Thybulle. So 76ers, uh, Portland Trailblazers got Matisse, and then it was a three-way deal with the Charlotte Hornets. So the Sixers got Jalen McDaniels, who played for the Hornets. And then Hornets are receiving multiple second round picks. I don't know what year, but I'm assuming it's this year. So I mean, I might have to expand into that trade a little bit because it was a three-way deal. It might have just been, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll get into that in a little bit. But kind of surprising, Thomas Bryant. So Lakers trading Thomas Bryant, first guy they've traded other than Russ in a while. They've been trading their picks for guys, so kind of surprising to see that. They got Dave and Reed, who I might need to do a little bit more research to find out who that is. And then three second round picks, which I don't know again which year that was, but should be solid. They need to plan a little bit for the future. I mean, so moving on, if you're from Oklahoma, you might want to tune in a little bit. So Boston Celtics got Mike Muscala, who is a spot up shooter. I kind of liked him on our team. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he was a solid shooter, and I think obviously I don't really know who Justin Jackson is, but I guess we'll get to know him, right? And then we got, so they gave us a pair of second round picks as well. So I mean, that's a nice deal. So we'll see how that bides. And then I got a couple of trades that I didn't write down that like kind of just happened. Um, see real quick. Give me a second. Hey guys, as I'm recording this, what happened, bro? You're right. Let me turn this off real quick. One sec. Your NFL MVP, Patty Mahomes. So a little edit to the no, uh, the KD trade. So they threw in TJ Warren as well. That's it. So edit that a little bit. And then so man, you guys, there's so much going on that I can't comprehend this. All right, give me a second. Uh okay, so I thought this was a crazy trade, like James Wiseman from Warriors for City Bay. I think both of them are like pretty equal. I think Sadiq is more healthy and has been more healthy. He's been low key, dude. And I think he's a good addition to the Warriors. I think James Wiseman, honestly, he's gonna fill in where Bay left. So and then also and then the Hawks got 5 second rounders, which let me see. I think it's just pulling it to the same page. 1 second. Yeah. Mm. And then I know it's hard to believe, guys, but Gary Payton is going back to the Warriors, which I don't know what all is within that deal. Let me see. One second. So another trade that I thought was kind of good. So Lakers trading Patrick Beverly for Mo Bamba, which I think Mo Bamba is phenomenal, dude. Just a couple nights ago, he got into a little scuffle with Austin Rivers. So I don't know if he'll play right away, but I think that's a good addition after like Thomas Bryant's leaving. And you need that really big man. So I think Mobamba could be that. And then Patrick for the Magic. I don't know how he'll fit into that system. Obviously, he's kind of an OG. So got a lot of young players on the Magic. So I think that could be a good role model for them, especially defensively, because that's a lot of his game. Let's admit that, you know. So I think that's a good trade. Let's see. So on the Crowder trade details, so Bucks obviously get Jay Crowder, Nets get 2 second rounders, and then the Pacers get Grant Hill, Nuara, and Ibaka. So let me see if there's more. So Indiana's getting Jordan Nuara and then George Hill and Serge Ibaka, as well as some cash considerations, and then obviously, yeah. So Clippers getting Eric Gordon for. Let me see if I can find this. Like, okay, Clippers getting Eric Gordon from the Rockets for a multi-team deal. So Memphis is sending Danny Green to Houston, and then Clippers get Luke Kennard. So they're and the Grizzlies are sending 3 second round picks to the Clippers. Which, yeah, I mean, it's a crazy deadline right now. So another trade is Atlanta Hawks trading Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky to the Houston Rockets for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando. Guys, I only have so much capacity uh, for names, and I can't remember all these names, dude. All right, so the Bones Highland trade. So I was kind of excited. I don't know if Denver's like kind of a hard place to get minutes, but I think definitely they've got their 5 guys, and then coming off the bench, it's tough to get some some of that some of that bench points and minutes and stuff like that. So I think Bones Highland was grateful to be traded to the Clippers. Uh, it was averaging like 12 a game, so off the bench, it's not bad. Um, let's look at his minutes real quick. Obviously, he's playing like 20 minutes, so I mean, overall, that's a decent 12 points in 12 minutes or 12 points 20 minutes. So, um, so the Hawks are trying to find John Collins somewhere to go. They've been in talks with the Suns. I'm literally reading this off of ESPN because I could not keep all this straight, you know. But I think that's most of what I wanted to cover. Yeah, I mean that's about it. I think Darius basically also was traded. Not sure who to. Let's see if I can find something about this. So he's traded to the Suns. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know what the trade was, but yeah, who like I can get why they traded him because like he wasn't a crazy addition to our team, but I kind of liked having him on our team. He's a big man, and I think he was pretty good at his job. So, all right, let's break down some of these picks. Which Kyrie's already been playing. I think he had a season debut or debut against I don't know who it was against, but I think he dropped to like 24, and then they won. So I think he was satisfied. Um, I think he's already kind of fitting in with them. I think he really likes the culture already. So that's interesting. So I just don't like that they had. So obviously to get Kyrie, you're gonna you're gonna trade up quite a bit. So Spencer Dinwiddie, I think he's a good spot up shooter, and then Dorian Finney-Smith, like, come on, man, put some respect on that name, boy. Not a bad basketball player. So let's see. Let me pull him up real quick. I need to see some stats before I make any judgments. Um, Obviously these guys have already played. Dorian, more of a, I mean, he's a role player. I'm not gonna lie. Just, I mean, he's that good, solid, like 10 points a game, nine. And then you got Spencer, who I think is a more valuable one of the two. I think he could really do something with the lead of this team. He's a guy that gets 18 a game, and then obviously like the Nets' future, I think is pretty bright in terms of like the picks that they have, leverage over other teams. So I think definitely take a look and see what the Nets are gonna do in the future. I think they've got something cooking, and obviously, I don't know what it is with management. I'm trying to do a little bit more research into why why like Kyrie or Katie didn't like the environment there. I know a lot of it has to do with the fans and what they want and what they're getting. So moving on, we got the Trailblazers, Josh Hart, um, which this is kind of more of a underrated trade, I feel like. Um, Cam Reddish came in the league, and let's let's look at his stats here. I'm gonna show you this actually. Um, let's see. Okay, can you guys see that? What's it? All right, so obviously I had Spencer Dinwiddie pulled up, and let's pull up Cam Reddish. So solid 8 points a night, which let's look at his stats real quick. So he's been playing for New York, not getting a lot of games played. Uh, I don't know if I don't know if he's injured a lot or uh, I'm not sure, but I think over his career he's averaged 10 points, which is not bad. It's a solid addition to a team. So, and obviously Josh Hart, who's I want to say he's more defensive, but I could be wrong. Let me see. Actually, sure. So, kind of about the same stats. So, let's see. I know he's played longer, but yeah, a couple of years longer. And I mean, obviously, averaging base almost the same stats, more games played uh, earlier in his career. And then I don't know what happened 2020, 2021, actually. Oh, okay. He got traded mid-season, so that's tough. That's tough. I mean, he's getting traded mid-season again. So, all right. So, and then also Ryan, I don't want to mispronounce that. Artie, Archie, Archidiacono. I don't know. But and then this dude right here. So obviously, I don't have a lot to say about that trade. Um, I think what Dame is doing is it's good. He's in that contention. Let me just show you guys real quick um what the standings are. I know I guess crazy mid-season, but let's just see what they are. So Trailblazers honestly aren't that bad. Like they're almost point 0.5. And I think with the way that Dame's been playing, like look at that, bro. Like look at that, bro. He could be an all-star. Stop. No, no, no. But let me see. Let me see. Okay, okay. Why can't I? There we go. So in their conference, I mean, they're obviously at the bottom. They're 10th seed, so they could potentially make it into the play-in, right? And Jazz are having a worse season than I thought they would. With all the even with all the trades they've had, still having a pretty good season. But I mean, you can see like this like I feel like this whole thing right here is pretty close. Like, I mean, obviously, I would say probably right here is where it's the closest. Those could switch um a lot, and then Golden State's kind of. I mean, they've just not played great, and obviously it's due to injury. Obviously, that's really where it's hurting them the most. But you can't play that way. So it's getting off on a tangent. So Russell, obviously, this is a huge trade for me. I was a Russell Westbrook fan. I'm not gonna lie. Even through the slandering of him, bro, everybody was coming for his head, dude. It was not cool. But so you see here, I mean, they traded him, which I can see, but the Jazz, I'm surprised, wanted him over Vanderbilt and Beasley, and then trading Conley and Walker is crazy to me. I don't get it. Like, obviously, Mike Conley is old. They kind of wanted to get rid of him, not get rid of him, but like get him, get him off of their team, off their payroll. So I think it was a good disposing, I guess, of Mike Conley. I'm not trying to throw shade at Mike Conley. Please don't take that. Take this as that. So, obviously he was a great player, and he's still putting up solid numbers. So no hate for them, but I don't think the Jazz were getting what they wanted out of him, especially with that big contract. So, let's look at Malik Beasley real quick. And I know, just I mean, Jared Vanderbilt just got traded, I think earlier this season, which I was surprised by because he's a good energizer, and I think on both floors, on both sides of the ball, he's a great player. So I think I was surprised at that, and so they traded him to the Lakers, which I think is so good for the Lakers, dude. Honestly, losing, so they lost Russell, right? They lost Patrick Beverly. So both their point guards are out, they're boom. So I'm wondering who's gonna kind of step in for that. But other than that, like, oh, Russell. Obviously D'Angelo Russell. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So they're gonna try their luck at Russell and see what he's made of. Uh obviously Walker. Let let me look. I'm not super knowledgeable about all these guys. Just gonna come out and see that because I don't claim to know all of these freaking guys. Where is- I know you gotta spell it right, but what in the world? How do you spell it? I'll spell it. Yeah. Oh, it's EI. is the only name that pops up. So I mean, 6'5". Trying to think. I think that's a good fit for the Timberwolves. So I'm wondering who's gonna step in and replace Russell, right? I guess Mike Conley be my best guess. And then Ant doesn't play the point guard. He plays like he might play shooting guard or small forward. I feel like I think he's a three, two or three, right? Okay, he's a two. So so I would see probably Nikhil probably coming off the bench, obviously. And then let's look at the entire Timberwolves. We'll look at we'll look at Timberwolves, Lakers, and then Jazz roster and see what we think. I'm not doing this for every trade. This is my favorite trade. I think. I think. I know you might be like, oh, Katie. Oh, bro, Katie's been getting traded. So this is. I mean, Russell also gets traded a lot, but come on. So I'm guessing starting five is going to be so Mike Conley at point guard, Anthony Edwards obviously at shooting guard, Rudy Gobert at center. I'm trying to think who. I think they put Prince as a power forward now. Like now that Carl Anthony Town is out, because I think they did where Carl Carl played power forward and Rudy played center, so they played big. Um, Trying to think who played small forward. I know Kyle Anderson did for a little bit. It was during the play-in tournament last year. Um, and I think maybe Ant plays a little small forward too. I think I think he could. I think he'd be great at it. But they probably use him in that position. So let's take a look at the Lakers roster. I know we'll cover a couple trades within that. So okay, so Russell at the one. I'm gonna say he's probably starting over everybody else. So so Russell at one, right? Because the only point guard they have is Schroeder, and he comes off the bench. Um, I don't think Reeves is gonna start at shooting guard. I could be wrong. I think they start like LeBron at shooting guard. Actually, he might play small forward. What am I talking about? Uh, Obviously Anthony Davis is gonna be playing power forward if and when he's healthy, you know. And then I think they play Mobamba at center. I would. That's what I would do, honestly. Oh, Malik. They might play Malik Beasley off the bench at shooting guard. I don't know. Who else? I think Rui Hachimura comes off the bench for uh, Anthony Davis. I think I'm trying to think they might. How would they play that? If they wanted to go super defensive, I feel like they could throw Vanderbilt at small forward and then put LeBron at shooting guard, but Vanderbilt's out. Okay. So I don't know what happened, but let's just not speculate. All right. So I think, dude, I like the I like the Lakers roster right now. I mean, obviously it's LeBron's. I think it's his last year on this contract. Um, I think he might have one more season. So they're trying to get some get some stuff around him, some good talent, which they already have. It's just been lacking with injuries and stuff like that. So, and a lot of money, mm, just money, money grabbing Russ, like that's just such a big contract for them. And Russ took so much money from them. And I mean, obviously he proved himself to be he's still good, but again, I'm not gonna slander that man. He's had enough. So I'll leave it that. I'm not saying he's bad. He's just not as good as he was. So obviously he's not a LeBron. He doesn't get better as time goes on. All right, let's look at the Jazz because they had a really good start to the season, surprisingly, right? So Clarkson, I'm amazed by his talent, bro. I'm surprised he hasn't got a bigger salary. I feel like I'm surprised that he didn't get a trade, honestly. I mean, we OKC does not need him, but like, mm, do I want him, bro? Yes, bro. Yeah, I would love to see him here. I don't think we have the cap space for him, but bro, that'd be amazing if we could get him here. Okay, so he's playing point guard off the jump, right? Mm, I'm sorry. I keep having a burp. Ooh. I'm saying Russell comes off the bench. I'm not saying that because he's a bad player, but I think Jordan's better. And then you got Colin Sexton too, who's also a point guard. So maybe shooting guard. Put him at shooting guard. Um, so I'm gonna move on to small forward. So I'm trying to think who would I think Juan Toscano Anderson proves himself. I think yeah, bro. He's out right now, dang. I think definitely this man is good at defense too. So I think he's a great addition to their team. Power forward, bro. If you want to play, bro, put Lloyd Markin in and bro, start him. That's a start. Easy. Because he's all-star reserve. So they're starting him. Obviously, you got Walker Kessler, who's young center, or I mean Kelly Olynyk can play the center as well. Uh, I mean that's pretty much it for them. This dude, I have I have yet to see him perform at any level. 270, bro. I mean, how many games has he played this season? 20, averaging 2 points a game. Oh, 3 pointers. That's tough. He probably hasn't got any minutes. That's tough. He's got like 4 minutes his first season, quite a bit more, and then 5. That's tough. All right, we went on a little tangent on that Russell trade. Okay, so KD. So I mean, I think this is a crazy trade for me. Like, I did not expect this, and I think trading a runner-up for a defensive player of the year is risky, dude. Plus Cam Johnson, sharpshooter, bruh. Jay Crowder. I mean, what's not to love about those three? And then 4 future unprotected first round picks. Yeah, like, okay, guys, it is KD, but at some point, bro, that's crazy. Yeah, you got TJ Warren as well, which Man, I feel bad for not knowing these names, bro. I really do. Okay, solid player. Shit. I mean, 10 points is not bad. I'll give him that, dude. Okay, he had a pretty good like 4 season run, averaging like probably 17 a game throughout those 4 seasons, which is good. And it's not like he wasn't playing a lot of games except in 2020. It's crazy. I'm just gonna go with these 3 years. He probably averaged like they're 18.5. So good for him, bro. Getting that money. TJ Warren on the Suns. And he plays center, right? Small forward. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. And then obviously Jay Crowder. I don't think we get that. So I already talked about that a little bit. I think Jay Crowder, honestly, on the Bucks is crazy, but I think he'll fit in, dude. I like it. I like Jay Crowder. I'm a big Jay Crowder fan, man. Not big, but like I'll cheer for him, you know? Oh, for sure they get stronger. What's his stats, bro? What is it? 6'6", 230. Which he's not a super tall guy, relative to these 7 footers named Brooke Lopez. But he's still sizable. 230 is that's a big boy. Obviously this starting, you can play a big ball, dude. Oh man, you can play. Oh, Jay Crowder starting shooting or small forward. Actually, depending on if Chris Middleton is out. Yeah, I mean, as long as Chris Middleton is in, I'm keeping him at small forward, bro. That man's so good. Like, I'm not gonna say so good, but like, he's good, bro. Like he's averaged 39% from three throughout his career, which is crazy. And you need that, bro. Double number. Whoa. Okay. So let me see. All right. No, that's crazy. All right, let's move on. I think it's I think the Bucks obviously got better through that trade. I don't know if they got any. I think they gave away a pick, possibly. I don't know, but you can go watch some of these games if you want to see. Obviously, let's see. Let me see, bro. Because the Magic, bro, I'm telling you, they're a lot better than last year. All I'm facing. And the Nuggets are number one in the West, dude. Like, so I think obviously Jokic, bro. Can we talk about that man? Man is crazy. He didn't even try. He just bullies his way through. All right. So obviously I already talked about this. I think Jalen McDaniels going to the Sixers is an interesting trade. I don't know about it though. I don't They really need someone that bad. I feel like these teams are just itching to trade somebody. Like I think every team traded. He's putting up solid numbers. Not gonna lie. Um, he hasn't played the best ball for Hornets. I can kind of see why we're eager to trade. And I mean, the 76ers are looking to make a run for it. Joel is not getting any younger. James signed him to a big contract. I mean, obviously he took a pay cut, but still, it's a big boy contract. And then Tobias Harris has not lived up to what he's getting paid. And then okay, Maxey, I really hope they give him a good extension whenever his rookie contract is up because I think he really deserves it. So he's gonna be your starting point guard, right? Um, James Harden, shooting guard, power forward, Tobias Harris, and then I think maybe you want to play this dude a little bit more. Play him, see what he can do. Obviously, maybe off the bench, but to start and then center Joel, bro. No question about that. I think he's got that spot unless he's injured, you know. So, we talked about Thomas Bryant leaving the Lakers a little bit, which I mean, I think I like it honestly. They got 3 second round picks. I mean, it's a win-win for them. So, Celtics, yeah, that one was a little strange, but Justin Jackson, I looked him up earlier today just because I didn't know who he was, and what I saw was it was good. I mean, he's like a role player, but basically, let me look. Let me just look and see compare them because I didn't really look up like Scala. But so I mean, I think I think Muscala played obviously more games for us than Justin Jackson. And I think the Celtics are definitely going to benefit off of that because I mean he's a big man who can shoot, which in this day and age is all you can ask for. You know, see Embiid and Jokic, like it's an attribute that a lot of teams are looking for. And I mean, obviously with KD, like he's 6'10", bro is like lanky to the max, and he can get buckets. I don't know what this was about, bro. Like, I don't know why we picked him up. But I mean, we did get picks, 2 second round picks, so I'm mad about that. We could definitely get some leverage. Um, I already kind of talked about Bones Highland and how I felt about that, and I think he's gonna fit into the Clippers. Obviously, he's not gonna be like starting or anything with that powerful Clippers team, but I think, dude, honestly, Clippers are making a run for it. And let's just look at the standings again, because obviously numbers aren't everything, but it's a good indication. All right. All right. So who are the okay Clippers? So a fifth in the West, not crazy, but one more win and they're up. They're above the Mavs, and then I mean Sacramento kind of surprised a lot of people. They're one team that you really didn't see a lot of in the trades. I think that's and the Pelicans didn't really get any good trades. Spurs didn't have any. Uh, other than that, dude, I think everybody made some sort of trade. The Heat are, I think, are consistent too, and the Bulls and Raptors, yeah, Rockets as well because they don't really have a lot to give, other than picks. Which I mean, I like what the Rockets are doing. I mean, I don't like it in terms of like watching basketball and stuff, but I think it's I think it's healthy. Getting a lot of young players, just minutes and just rebuilding a lot after James Harden ran through there, Chris Paul, Russell, just big contracts that didn't pan out, and honestly could have, but we saw that, man, 2016, and it's kind of gone by. I mean, also John Wall was a big one too. Rain on that bank account. I obviously I kind of talked about James Wiseman. I kind of I'm excited for this after All Star break. It's gonna be exciting, and I think definitely tune in. I think the playoffs are gonna be crazy with all this shifting of teams and arguably like so the Mavs are one to watch for sure. Um, they're already ranked fourth or fifth. I just looked, but whatever. Um, and then the Suns also, which, dude, they're like they're sixth seed. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were lower than that. Right, probably like 2 weeks ago. Okay, but yeah, I mean, Suns obviously rising, bro. And then Mavericks. I think those are both teams to watch. Nuggets are just, I mean, they're just getting better. Um, I think teams that acquired a lot, honestly, and gave a lot away was Mavericks and uh, Nets and Suns. So, dude, watch the Nets, bro. Watch the Nets. This little youngin named Cam Thomas, 3 consecutive 40-point nights. I mean, coincidence? I think not. He claimed to be a better scorer than KD at his age. So, I mean, is he wrong? Didn't really age well. It's about a year ago. So, and then, okay, I, as much as I don't like Ben Simmons, I'm going to give a hot take real quick and just say, like, let him do his thing, you know? And I don't like him, literally, but stats are not everything. And I think that that is the the best case with Ben Simmons, because look, he's not putting up crazy points, but he's getting you rebounds, he's getting you assists, uh, he's getting you like steals, blocks here and there, uh, and then his free throw shooting is horrendous. 44%, but that's besides the point. But I mean, he's just him on the floor, I think, is definitely helping them because with an ISO heavy team that they had with uh KD and Kyrie, it's just you need someone else to be out there getting rebounds, getting doing the hard work or doing the dirty work, just doing all that, which I think is a big reason why Draymond is still on the Warriors. Just because he doesn't put up crazy numbers or anything like that. As much as I don't like him, I have to respect his game and how he how he plays. I don't like how he plays, but it gets the job done. And obviously they have what, 4 rings to show for it. So, it's it's crazy. Um you're watching the Warriors, I guess. Sadiq Bey, low key could pick up. I think that could be dangerous down in the playoffs, especially when they need an extra big man. Sub him out, sub Draymond out for Sadiq Bey. Um, yeah, I mean, and then it's Mo Bamba trade. I already talked about it. I really like Mo Bamba to the Lakers. I think they do need more size, and I think he's just the guy to do it. And I don't think he'll start. Let me look. I might have just contradicted myself, honestly. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, So I literally just contradicted myself. So I think he'll start. My bad. My bad, guys. But oh, Eric Gordon. I think I already mentioned it earlier. I just want to leave on that note. Eric Gordon. I think. Let me see. Let me see. Why didn't I keep this open? I thought I was about to. Oh, he's made to leave. See, Eric Gordon. So he got traded to Clippers. That's what I thought. I just need to confirm my assumption. So obviously, this dude's kind of a role player too. He's just get off the bench, getting you solid points. So can't be mad about it, you know. Which the Rockets do need some OG kind of old mentors and veteran mentors more more appropriately, So obviously he's had a great career. I think he's definitely on the tail end of his career. He's 34, getting up there, but he can still add value to this team or the Clippers. So yeah. One other thing I would like to mention. I'm just throwing this out there. Uh, to Thunder fans and that of that nature. We gotta get this man, bro. He's a free agent, bro. I don't think he's not even on a team right now. So get your people, talk to the Thunder. We need this man. We need a big man. And dude, think about it. Just think about it. Like some good experience, good little grittiness. Plus, dude, he played it at NBA level for so long, and I think it's just disrespectful for him not to be playing. That's what I think is more disrespectful. Because this man, dude, we could give him so many minutes, you know? And I just think it would be a win-win, honestly. Because I mean, and we could get rebounds, defensive, offensive, whatever he needed from this dude. Even if it was like a come off the bench type deal, shooting better from three than previous. Bro, what? 42. Oh, he only put 16 games. But I mean, he's not a bad free throw or 3-point shooter. Field goal isn't insane, but I mean, it's not lackluster. Um, 6 rebounds. It's solid. But yeah, we need to get that man. And on that note, we will conclude the podcast. Thank you guys for bearing with me as I do this alone. This is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. But yeah, I just kind of riffed. Trades, trading breakdown, whatever you want to call it. If you guys are confused about anything, let me know. Let me know if I got anything wrong. Just reading off reports, so I could have messed up a little bit. But yeah, that about concludes it. Uh, Take care, y'all. Uh, I'm gonna have this posted probably by tomorrow morning because I don't want to post too late and Okay. All right. Peace, brothers.